Sam Manson is not a bad character. And this is what I'm going to be defending her mostly for.
He's a phantom. Danny Phantom. Young Danny Phantom, he was just 14 when his parents built a very strange machine. It was designed to view a world unseen. He's gonna catch them all 'cause he's Danny Phantom. When it didn't quite work, his folks, they just quit. But then Danny took a look inside of it. There was a great big flash, everything just changed. His molecules got all rearranged. When he first woke up, he realized he had snow white hair and glowing green eyes. He could walk through walls, disappear, and fly. He was much more unique than the other guy, and it was then that he knew what he had to do. He had to stop all the ghosts that were coming through. He's here to fight for me and you. He's gonna catch them all 'cause he's Danny Phantom. Gonna catch them all 'cause he's Danny Phantom. Gonna catch them all 'cause he's Danny Phantom.
What is going on, guys? It's your boy Daily Reacts TV here, and welcome back to Danny Phantom Week. Every second week of May now, from now on, I will be talking about my favorite ghost fighting superhero, Danny Phantom. If you guys want to check out my other Danny Phantom content, go right ahead. I highly recommend it. And why don't you guys go check out my graphic novel review of Danny Phantom Fair Game. Just recently came out because today was the day that it came out, and a lot of you guys enjoyed it. So why don't you guys go check it out? I highly recommend it. It's the first day of Danny Phantom Week. I hope you guys enjoy. Now, we're going to be talking about Sam Manson's character throughout this entirety. And a lot of you guys do think Danny should have ended up with Valerie, not with Danny. I strongly disagree. There's a lot of things I will say, and I know I'm going to get so much hate for this, but I do not care. Because Sam has gotten so much bullcrap throughout the years when Danny Phantom's cancellation even became a certainty, you know? A lot of you guys think that Sam was too childish. A lot of you guys think Sam was too babyish to Danny. You got a lot of you guys even think she's like a mom figure to Danny, which is not even true. We'll get into those. And a lot of you guys don't realize that Sam's been there mostly when Danny first got his powers and everything else. Like, she's been there throughout the entire series. So really, she's not really a bad character if you give her a chance and you understand where she's coming from. Now, I was on that wagon when I said that I didn't like Sam and I didn't like the time that Danny got with Sam. I was on that train, I will not lie. But as the more I grew up and the more I rewatched the show, and as the show progressive, with me growing up watching it more and more each year, especially for Danny Phantom Week, I start defending Sam more and more. Like, literally. And there's a friend I had at Three Peppers in the other store that I worked at that didn't like Sam whatsoever, and I finally need to say something to just give out my honest thoughts and defend this character. Do I think Sam has her flaws? Yes, because she's a person. She's gonna make mistakes. I mean, look at how much she's made throughout the entire series. I mean, decisions, mistakes, you know? People do that, and that's part of her character. She's a teenager. She's gonna grow. She's gonna, you know, and I'm gonna tell you guys this most likely as well, is that Sam is not just a character that Danny falls in love with. She's been there through the journey. She's literally has. And I will explain it from both the show and the graphic novels. Because in Fair Game, she was a better handled character in Fair Game. For sure. 100%. Now, starting with the show. And I'm going to get this out of the way. A lot of you guys think she mothers Danny too much because Danny comes up with some naive ideas. Why else would you think she would have to stick up for him, and get to him to the point where she needs to realize, hey, Danny, you're making the wrong decisions. You're making the wrong thoughts process. You know what I mean? For example, when Danny was going to go date Valerie in season 2, where Technus was like pushing him through, she knows that it's a bad idea for Danny to go out with Valerie. Yeah, even Tucker was on the side, but we all know how Tucker is. He's an idiot, so we'll push that out of the way. But she's only not saying that because she loves him, but she's also saying it as his friend, as someone who's been there for most of his life and understands how if Valerie would have found out Danny was Danny Phantom, it would have been a bigger problem, you know, for the relationship. So Sam's trying to not have that be a situation, you know? And you guys don't also realize that the stuff that she has went through to help Danny throughout the entirety of the series is not really a bad start. It's not really a bad way to show the interaction between her as a character. So no, I don't think she's a mother-like. I think she's acting the way she should as a teenager and as a person that is keeping the secret from Danny, for Danny. Because Danny had to keep the secret from everyone besides Sam, Tucker, and Jazz, you know? And it's so hard and so naive that a lot of you guys would think, oh, she mothers him a lot. Okay, that's like saying that Charlotte from Henry Danger mothers Henry a lot when him, Ray, and Swaz and Jasper comes up with stupid shenanigans in Henry Danger. Yes, I'm rewatching Henry Danger, believe it or not. Or that's like saying Kim mothers Ron a lot in Kim Possible. She does not. Or here's a better solution, a better solution to this whole motherly thing. And this is saying a lot, by the way. Katara mothers Aang, Sokka, and Toph a lot in the show. She does not. She does like a mother-like, but at least she understands how she needs to be that person to be progressive and get Aang pushing to be the protector of the world. Sam's kind of like taking that thing from all of them in a way where it makes a lot more sense. You know? So no, I don't think she mothers Danny. 100%. Alright? We're throwing that there. Another thing a lot of you guys do not like. How Sam gets jealous every time Danny goes out with another girl. Or likes Paulina. Every person has that feeling. Every person does. I had that. Hell, I was like that with Kristen. Believe it or not, the girl that I was talking to. And I'm talking to her again. We're friends, by the way. Hi, Kristen. Hope you enjoy this video. I was like that too when she first met her man. I let it go. Did I like the idea? No. That's what Sam's trying to do. That's her character. Yes, she's in love with Danny, but at the same time, she's not going to sit there and be like, you can't be with this person. You know? Yes, she's going to get jealous because she likes Danny. Yes, she's going to have to get over it. That's part of being a person, by the way. That's part of being a personality of a person. Obviously. Like, you cannot deny. Like, let's just say TV Bean's girlfriend, before they got together. When he goes out with another girl, do you think she would be jealous because she's madly in love with TV Bean? Probably. Believe it or not. That's what I'm saying. Like, Sam has a reason because she likes Danny. Is it healthy? No. Does she at least admit to her wrongs? Absolutely. In like this episode 2 of season 1 of Danny Phantom, when Danny's taking Paulina to the dance, Sam was jealous, yes, but then she apologized to Paulina, even though Paulina's a bit of a prick, let's be honest. But she apologized at least. Not many people do that, rarely. Believe it or not. Not many people do that rarely. And that's like one of the things that kind of bothers me. A lot of you guys just say like, oh, she just tags along with Danny. She wraps her finger around him because she's in love with him. She doesn't want him to be with anyone else. She does. But at the same time, she doesn't. Character arc. And the last thing I want to discuss about this, and people did not like this, Sam being Danny's girlfriend at the end of the show and now to the graphic novels. She has grown throughout the show. She has grown. Her and Danny has both grown as characters and mostly as protectors of Amity Park. Alright? So, when people say I didn't like the idea that Sam ended up with Danny, they were a perfect fit anyways. What the frick do you mean? They've been blushing with each other. They've been flirting with each other throughout the series. Literally, 3 episodes before the finale, Frightmare flirting with each other before the episode even ends. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If they're not madly in love with each other and not like giving them the looks that they always had, like what else do you guys really want? And in the graphic novel, literally in the book, Fair Game, Danny Phantom Fair Game, I've talked about this in my review. Danny was talking to Tucker and Sam saying, like, we got to take the time medallion from Valerie. You know, it could ruin. And he's like, Sam, back me up on this. You're my girlfriend. She literally just went out of her way saying, well, she did help us with Dark Danny. She did help us with all this and that. I think she's trustworthy. And you know what? Danny listens to her. Why? Because he loves her and she loves him. That is a relationship. They're boyfriend and girlfriend. That proves that Sam is more material for Danny than freaking Valerie and Paulina. As much as I love the Valerie-Danny story of them being together, it wouldn't work as much as if Danny and Sam would. So yeah, this is why I'm going to be a cold-hearted defender of Sam Manson's character 100%. It's not just because I love her character more and more as a Danny Phantom fan, but at the same time, I want her to be not hated on so many by people and just saying Danny should not have ended up with her. No, Danny should end up with her because there's reason why. They have growth. They have a connection. They were closer than any of the girls that Danny even liked. So there's other reasons why I just can't think about it right now because I'm too busy tackling all these main events because you idiots keep thinking, and I'm sorry for calling you guys idiots, but it's true, but you guys keep thinking Sam Manson's not a good character. You know who's not a good character in Danny Phantom? I can name two. Box Ghost. Annoying as crap. He's so annoying. Obnoxious villain. Really annoying. Who else? Freaking Johnny 13 and his girlfriend. What's the point of them being together? Why don't they split up? You know, there's so many things that you guys tackle on Sam, but you don't tackle any of those characters. You don't tackle anything they've done. You know what I mean? So yes, I'm going to defend Sam. And thanks to my friend TV Bean, he gave me this idea and the next one after this. So yeah, that's my complete honesty and defending of Sam's character. Hope you guys enjoy. Sorry it went on unless like a rant kind of thing, but I just figured to do that for Danny Phantom Week before things go any further, you know. I got one more Danny Phantom Week video to do, and then we're completely done with Danny Phantom Week this year until next year, believe it or not. And I would tell you guys a little surprise that I would have if Danny Phantom Week does do well this year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you smack the like button, or supposed to red button, which is subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you'll be notified every video I make. Go in the link in the description to Taylor X Gaming, Taylor X Productions, Tyler and Bodie, the Discord server, Instagram, TikTok, Mojo Entertainment. As always, I'm Taylor X. Take care.